It's just so strange. We're really out in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's nothing right here in this area other than all of these messages. It was another night of somewhat mindless exploring on Google Earth when I came across the tiniest incongruence on this sandy desert landscape. If I had been any more zoomed out, I completely would have missed it. What almost blended into the natural contours and scattered brush appeared to be man-made messages left in the middle of the desert, spanning for over a mile. The fact that this was seemingly in the middle of nowhere with nothing around was strange to me, so I decided to go check it out. Okay, so we have made it to the start of what I could see on Google Earth of these apparent messages or something that is out here, and I can already see like quite a few of them in the ground right here. But for the most part, there's not much around. You can kind of see all the surrounding mountain ranges. For the most part, we're in this pretty flat valley between all these mountains, and there's really nothing out here, so I'm really curious to see what all these messages are. I don't know what would draw people out here to make these messages and place these rocks, but we're gonna investigate it a little bit and see. So this is the road I came in on, and I mean right away there's already all these rock messages. I really apologize for the wind. It's a little windier than I was hoping it would be, but that's what happens when you're kind of out in this flat area. But Hanson, Taylor, 25. C+L, Merlin. These are definitely not natural rocks. This looks like a memorial to Steve. So these are all just the ones that are right here at the road. So I'm assuming these might be a little more current just because I'm guessing people just drive in, see where it's starting, and then make their rock art. It does seem to be a lot of names at the moment, but I'm pretty sure when I was looking on Google Earth, it spans for like a mile north of here. So the road looks pretty good, so I'm hoping I'll be able to drive a bit farther, and I'm definitely gonna get the drone up so we can see what this looks like from above, because I'm not gonna be able to walk through all of these. Like, you can kind of see they are all on these hillsides here. There's just so many, and there's more over on this side. Can't read some of these very well. We got Todd and Sheila 2026, so these guys were just out here. If you happen to see this, let me know. Wow. And those are a lot of the small ones, but I mean, some of these are pretty big. Like, I could read some of them from Google Earth, but not a lot of them. But we've got this one, which I can tell that this is a heart, but some of these are too big to even read from the ground. But these like take a lot of work. And they're probably gonna last for years out here. I mean, it's like all the intaglios and geoglyphs that are out in like Blythe and other areas of the desert where who knows how long ago those were made, and they're still inscribed in the ground just because of how arid the desert is and how well it preserves things like this. So these could be here for a very, very long time. I would be curious to know how many of these are memorials. Oh, what is this? So I think this is a big one that I could see from Google Earth, but let's just put the drone up and take a look at this. Very strange. I'm very interested to see on what I can find about that drone survival guide that is out here. I have no idea what that means, so I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. As it turns out, a very quick Google search of the drone survival guide takes you to this webpage with the exact same imagery that I found out in the desert with seemingly no ascertainable origin. Available from this website is a free guide available in 27 different languages meant for people to learn how to identify the most commonly used drones by silhouette and know their function, be it just surveillance or seeking to cause harm. The guide even gives tips on how to make yourself invisible to drones. After a little more digging, I found out that the person behind this guide is Robert Patter, a designer from the Netherlands who started it more so as an art project aimed to bring awareness to people of what drones are capable of and to hopefully start conversations on the wider use of drones as we move into an ever more filled drone future. As to who decided to recreate the poster in the middle of the southwestern desert, I have no idea. I think we're going to try and drive farther in and see what else there is to see. Like I said, I think a lot of it's just names, but there's obviously some very interesting random things out here as well, and I know I'm not going to see all of them, but we can try. Now, it's not certain how this tradition or these markings began out here, but a common theory is that it all started when General George S. Patton had his headquarters for the Desert Training Center out here in the early 1940s. It was there that he prepared soldiers for a battle as part of the North Africa campaigns in World War II, gearing them up for desert warfare. I've briefly mentioned this in my first video as well, where we also were exploring some of the areas that he was training his troops in. But it's thought that the soldiers started decorating the site that they called Graffiti Mesa, using rocks to write out their names in the clay. And the tradition continued on after the war, and the graffitied area just grew and grew, and now there's over 1,200 acres of land that are decorated with signatures, messages, dates, designs, everything that you see here. Now, this is on BLM land, and I do believe the BLM has stated before that they do not want people bringing in rocks from anywhere else, as they can help introduce invasive species, and this is critical desert habitat, especially for the desert tortoise, so that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, so I've driven, I think, just about a mile, a little over a mile further in, so I think I'm kind of at the northern end of this valley and of what I could see on Google Earth. I don't remember seeing much farther north, but I do know that I saw some more interesting things from Google Earth on this side, so once again, I'm just gonna put the drone up and see what we can see, and then from there we can just kind of make our way back, but this has been really strange. But I'll say more in a little bit. So I saw some that said 2004, 2005, 1990, so some of these have already been out here for decades at this point, which means those and the rest are probably going to be here for decades to follow, which is crazy to think about. I don't really know what prompted people to start making them and coming out here. I don't know how they would know. I don't know how you would know about it besides like word of mouth or seeing it from the air somehow. So it's a very unique place, very strange area. I don't know that I can encourage anyone to come out here and add their names. I will not be adding mine, so you're not gonna find it if you come out and check it out for yourself, but I guess that is up to you. I hope the people that have left their messages and their memorials out here are doing well. Maybe you'll happen to see this. Probably not, I doubt it, but if you do, let me know. That would be really cool. Whoever left these ones also left these little lights. This one's a pretty big one. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of it. Ken and Mary. Woodley, I believe. Humans are funny with our need to leave our mark and be remembered. 2013. 13 years ago, these were placed. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's probably a little bit short. Didn't really take much hiking to get out to, and like I said, I'm not going to walk up to each and every one. I think the drone footage is probably more entertaining than me just walking around and trying to read each and every one from the ground. So if you didn't enjoy it, consider liking the video. If you want to join me on other adventures like this one, consider subscribing. You can check out other videos where I've done similar things, and I will be done rambling now, so good night.